Hello, and welcome to my primary source research paper analysis. My name is Jameson Shaw, and I chose the topic, Why do college students struggle with loneliness so much, and what resources do they have access to at Appalachian State? I chose this topic because I found it to be a common problem for many students, including myself. As someone who is out of state and also 8 hours away from home, it was inevitable for me to get homesick. I'm beginning to slowly but surely adapt, but I'm still curious as to how other students, in and out of state, deal with this hurdle. The distance from core support like family isn't just physical, it's mental too, with the sudden lack of routines. I wanted to know what components went into students feeling unmotivated, squashed by work, homesick, etc. So, overall, the question I really wanted to answer was, why do college students struggle with loneliness on such a deep level? So, how did I go about getting the information from my interviewees? I asked them all the same 5 questions. 1. How have you adjusted to being on your own here at Appalachian State overall? 2. What are some things that you have learned or did not expect coming into college regarding being reliant on yourself? 3. Who have you gone to for help? 4. When did things click for you, if they have? If they haven't, when do you think you will reach that point and how? And finally, 5. Why do you think other students struggle so much with this huge change? What would your advice for them be? I chose these questions because I felt that if I asked everybody the same things, I would get average trends that I could group together and dissect further. To get said information from the people I interviewed, I kind of just went outside and went up to people when I felt the bravest. I'd never done anything like that before this project, but I think it was a really good experience because on all my previous research projects, I kind of just sat in the library and didn't really socialize, but this one really made me go out and discover things on my own. It kind of felt special because I couldn't really find any of this information online or anything, so great experience overall. Before I go into my methodology and findings, I'd like to summarize existing research on student independence and adjustment, common challenges faced during the transition to college, and support systems and support strategies. Starting with advocating for yourself and taking care of yourself, responsibility doesn't just mean academic deadlines or paying bills. It's quite emotional and personal too. It's learning how to advocate for yourself, ask for help, and take care of your mental and physical health, says Sarika Wykar, a senior at the University of Michigan. I thought this was a great summary of what it means to be independent. Many students look at independence as either side of a coin, with one side being, I can do whatever I want, and the other being, how am I going to manage my work without my support? Wykar gives us a good sense of balance, with her even saying, in some days, that process includes ordering takeout and watching Netflix because I'm just too exhausted to do much else. And that's okay too. I've learned that balance and moderation are the keys to everything. Moderation is one of the most important skills a college student can learn. Leah, who I'll introduce later, is an absolute superstar when it comes to overachieving, but loses sleep and energy, which in turn makes her a lot less productive. We should all take mental health breaks or days, no matter how much work we have. It's a lot better in the long run. Next, routines and structures. Macalester University gives us 25 challenges for students and their parents, which was helpful when I was curating my interview questions. Some of the most prevalent challenges stated here were they will miss old routines and structures, the work is hard, and some students may experience their first low grades. There are many choices that the student can be overwhelmed and may not complete projects and tasks. I felt that these related to the questions I would be asking my interviewees and would contribute to many of their answers. College is almost never how students think it will be. Finally, resources. Currently at Appalachian State, we have a multitude of resources available for students at studentsuccess.appstate.edu. Some standouts are the Student Learning Center, Financial Aid, Wellness and Prevention Services, Women's Resource Center, and Counseling and Psychological Services. These are just a few of the on-campus resources that students can use. In total, there are currently a whopping 35. Having all of these at student disposal is something I think Appalachian State does really well. To make more use of them, I think we should work on advertising them more. Before writing this, I didn't even know where the clinic was. All of these resource points set the foundation for my findings and for this following students. For patterns and repetition, I kind of had 3 categories: connection, the click, and culture shock. Through all the people I interviewed, I got similar responses. Some examples are, I really thought things were clicking in the beginning, you know. I was on top of things, I was getting friendlier with people in the building, and that was when I was starting to question my relationships, so that's when I got pretty disillusioned. And I'm still working on having things quote-unquote click for me, even though I am a junior and have been independent on my own for a while now. I've been getting my own groceries, cleaning, stuff like that for 2 years, but I don't feel any closer. Key insights and what I took away from this project are that students need connection, they need reassurance, and that a lot of the time, everybody's a lot different. Like maybe you're from like just a town like an hour out of App State, and you're totally homesick all the time, or maybe you're from California, and you're completely self-reliant, but everybody needs support, everybody needs friends, everybody needs to be reassured, and the resources that we have here at App State are definitely helping. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.